Hello, welcome to the Board of Selectmen's meeting on Monday, February 9th, 2026. We'll call the meeting to order at 6:01. Can I get a roll call, please, Audrey?
Chairman Bill Coy.
Here.
Vice Chair Jay DeRoche.
Here.
Selectman Jonathan Gifford.
Here.
Selectwoman Liz Costa. Here. Selectman Tyler Shorman.
Excused. And we'll notice Greg Colby, the town manager, is not here tonight. He'll be out of the office, at least for this week. He had surgery today. So hopefully speedy recovery for him. Sounds like things went well. But just so everybody's aware of that. If there are questions to come into town hall, not a big deal. I'll be here and Jay will be here as well one of the days. So with that, can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you. Doesn't look like there's anyone here for public comment. First on the agenda, hazard mitigation plan. Go on up, gentlemen.
Evening.
Wherever you want to start.
I'm going to let our Assistant of Emergency Management here talk about it. He's the one that's been working on this plan for over a year, and he's the one most in tune to it.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having us. What we're coming with you today is just a brief update on status, as well as a ask for public feedback on hazards for the town of Plastow as it relates to our hazard mitigation planning process. This process started early last year or late the year before with the award of a hazard mitigation program grant from the Federal Emergency Management Administration. So that grant allowed us to hire a vendor. It was approved by the state of New Hampshire to actually conduct the back end of this work. The reason for the vendor, as we had mentioned at previous meetings with this board and the public meeting to accept the funds, is that the hazard mitigation planning is highly, highly technical, highly complex. The actual document itself spans about 150 pages in its current state and deals with everything from floodplain mapping to population densities to zoning to hazards and threats that we've had, what we've done since the last plan, and what we have as hazards or perceived hazards moving forward. So that is where we are at this current moment, is going through and really assessing our threats or perceived threats for the town of Plastow in this upcoming plan and for the upcoming few years. So what we're asking for at this point is we've had meetings with the town employees that make up the various departments in the town that deal with different issues throughout the town. We've invited and kept the Board of Selectmen appraised up to this point, as well as town manager. And now we're asking for public comment on natural hazards in the town of Plastow. So the way we're doing this is a survey. That survey is posted already on the emergency management website, on the town website. And it's right in the top leftmost tab option under the emergency management page is the 2026 hazard mitigation update. So under that page, you'll find a brief description of what the survey is asking for, as well as the link to the survey itself. The survey and what we're asking for public comment on is the natural hazards that could potentially impact the town of Plastow. Natural hazards being everything from severe weather, flooding, winter weather, routine things that we deal with, and anything as it relates to hazards or perceived hazards from those kind of events. The survey should take about 10 minutes or so to fill out. I have gone through it a couple times and say it takes about 10 minutes. But we absolutely are asking everybody to please, if you have time, to go through that survey and provide us with some feedback. The outcome of this survey is a hazard mitigation plan that gets submitted to the state and also submitted to FEMA for approval. And once approved, That plan will allow us to go after future grant funding and monies available through the Hazard Mitigation Assistance Grant family through FEMA. So that is really any kind of projects from culvert repairs to tree trimming and everything in between to try to mitigate any hazards that we have. We have used this in the past to get funding for those projects, which can be incredibly expensive. So trying to defray those costs as much as possible for folks in town. And that's pretty much where we are. So any questions?
Yeah. With the survey, are you going to put, like, say, paper copies maybe at the library and some here at Town Hall?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the population, they don't have access to computers.
Absolutely. We'll provide Town Hall with a number of copies printed of that survey. They'll be available tomorrow for folks to pick up, and we can provide some to the library as well for them to pick up.
Yeah, we should probably have like an email blast put out too from the town with the link and everything on it.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm sure they can help you out here at Town Hall with that. But I mean, it makes sense because I'm sure you want as many people as possible, right?
Yes, we do.
The more you get, the better it is.
The more comprehensive data we have as we go through and do this, the better our chances are at getting funding to work on some of these projects that we've identified. The only other point is a due date for it because we do have to get this in and submitted. So we are looking for all of the responses back by the, pardon while I look at the date here. We're looking for all responses back by March 13th of this year.
That gives you basically a month.
Month and a half or so. So we'll have the copies available. Copies can be returned to either the fire department, the town hall, or the library, wherever you pick it up. And we'll take those back. We'll get them all inputted and really get this going. So any other comments?
No, I just want to recognize Deputy Chief Kiley and all the hard work he's put into this over the last year, working with our vendor. There's a lot of behind the scenes that go with emergency planning. And this also ties into our local emergency operations plan itself. So it's important to get the feedback from the community so we don't miss anything. And it helps us get funding that we like to go after grant funds that are out there for us. And we have to have this to be able to go after those funds. So
Grant funds are good.
Can't stress the importance of enough of getting that citizen feedback.
And with the project you mentioned that you had labeled, what are the couple of the big ones that you were looking at?
So one of the big ones that we potentially have on the radar is we don't currently have a designated shelter facility in town because we don't have a municipal building that has the appropriate facilities that also has a generator.
Mm-hmm.
Generators are quite expensive. It includes all the electrical work and everything that goes in the back end of that. So actually getting something appropriately sized and done up and engineered and all that can all be covered by these grants. So looking at like the library as an opportunity for that. But assessments would be done into the appropriateness of the facility before we made any decisions like that. And obviously the board would be involved in that as well.
No, the library would be good, right? They got that big room there.
So that one of potentially many, we talked with highway department about, what drainage, what culverts, things that need to be replaced over time, and making sure that we have those things on the list as well.
All right. So it's kind of a wide range then.
It's a very wide range. Yeah.
What type of facility, like what types of amenities are needed for that type of facility?
Yeah, it's highly dependent on the type of shelter being opened and what the purpose is. If we're trying to open something that's overnight or multi-day, we have to start looking at facilities with shower facilities, things like that. But in the town, we don't even have kind of a stopover facility. If that library we use as a warming shelter, as a cooling shelter, if they lose power, we have to kind of shift our operations. We do have a regional shelter. We have the plan in place with that. That's over at Sanborn High School. So should we had to operate that right now, it's possible. The other location, obviously, we look at is the schools. That's another option. So again, it's just making sure that we get all this feedback in and we get all our options together so that we do have a good chance at getting that funding.
Very good.
And to further answer your question, there's partnerships. If we go after grant funding and say we picked a middle or high school would be a better location for a shelter,
Right.
we are allowed to work with the school system and partner with them with the grant to see if they would want us to put a generator on that would feed at least part of their building. It wouldn't feed the whole building, but it'd be where you'd want to set up the shelter and then make sure you have showers working as well.
Yeah.
So
Showers, bathrooms, restroom facilities, kitchen facilities.
Makes sense. Anything, John?
Nope.
Liz?
Good to go.
Jay, anything else did you have?
No, great job.
Yeah.
We'll get this out in the email blast and maybe send it every week until the cutoff date. So
Yeah, that's a
try to
good,
get as
that's a
much
good
feedback
idea,
as
like blast it out once a week until we're there,
Yeah.
so we can get those numbers up.
Work with folks tomorrow, town hall to get that.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then the paper copies, they just return them back to town hall for you guys.
we could return them back to town, or we could put something next to it where they could bring them back and leave them at town hall or at the library. Probably more important from the library side would be this is only for town residents.
Right.
Right. So if someone's visiting the library from another town, we're not looking for their hazard mitigation
We can get,
Yeah, there'd
can
be a big
accept-
rain.
we can accept visitor feedback.
feedback for inside our community.
Right.
Right. So that would
For
just,
the town of Blackstone.
Yeah, well, I think, was it question one kind of separates that a little bit, right? So,
Yep, no, perfect. It's good to see you going after the grant money. It's always a good thing. Whenever we can get grants.
it's out there. You just have to ask for it.
Nope, I know you've always been good at looking for it. But no, perfect. But yeah, we'll get all this, we'll get the email out for you, blast it around, see how many we can get. Hopefully, we can get a good chunk of these returns.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Should be good. Thanks, Pat. If you need stuff, let us know. Help you out.
We appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
I think this could be done right at the library. I mean, it's 10 minutes, sit right down and knock
Yeah,
it out.
that's why the library is a perfect spot for it. Let's see, next up, fire department vehicle. An older vehicle, chief?
We have an older vehicle. So we have two different vehicles, or two vehicles, I should say, that we use as command cars. You see like car one and car two on the side of them. Our car two failed an inspection back in 2019, and it was replaced in 2019 by an old used police cruiser that we had repainted in the function, because it's like a secondary command car. It's not used as a primary purpose vehicle.
So the one that failed inspection was taken out.
The one that failed inspection was taken out, and they moved the police car over in 2019, one of the older police cruisers. So that was a 2014 Ford Explorer that was handed down to us in 2019. It's been a good vehicle for us, but it's currently has, with the road miles and the idling hours combined, it's got almost 280,000 miles on it. It's kind of lived its life. It's starting to have a lot of electrical problems with it, and one of the doors is getting a big rust hole in it. So we're going to have to replace the door on it if we want to keep it. It's even getting water in the vehicle. So it's time to replace it. Our CIP, it was recommended that a command vehicle get replaced last year in 2025. After assessing this vehicle last year, it's like we could get another year out of it. So we chose to wait until at least 2026 to replace that. So what we would do is take car one and move it to car two as the secondary, and then this one would be the primary command vehicle. So we try to get as much use out of it as possible.
In the current car one, what year is that?
The current car one is 11 years old, I think. It was,
yeah, it's 2015.
So that's 11. This one here is 12 years old, right? 2014.
2014, yes.
How many miles does the 2015 have?
It's still got pretty low miles on it. It's like right around 60,000 maybe. So it's in good shape. You know, we move it to a secondary vehicle, we'll still get a lot of life out of that one. So
And the one that we're looking to replace, what other type of issues is that vehicle having?
the one that were the 2014
Yes.
police, it's got a lot of electrical problems on it now. A lot of the emergency lights ain't wanting to work like they're supposed to, and it's getting a lot of rust on it. So one of the side doors is almost rusted through.
Which one, the
The
2014?
2014 one that we want to replace, yeah. If we were to keep it in the fleet much longer, we're going to have to do some major body work on it to fix a big rust hole. And we've not even looked at the frame underneath it. Now, it passed last year's inspection, but not saying where it's at as far as rust underneath it as well.
And you still got some pretty significant electrical problems?
Yeah, hardly any of the emergency lights are working on it. Or it works sometimes and sometimes they don't. So we would have to take it to a vendor to get that looked at. So it's getting to a point where it really just it's been a good vehicle, but with almost 300,000 miles on it, it's about time to let it rest. And I would suggest to just send it to auction.
Right, which is what we typically do.
Do you know how much we've kind of put into this vehicle for like the past year with the issues that it's had?
Since it's a secondary vehicle, it's not used all the time.
Okay.
I know right after we got it from the police department, it had significant, I think we actually had to replace the transmission in it.
Okay,
So that was back around 2020, 2021, it had a significant transmission problem.
all right, and, you know, because I know the rust issue will be very expensive to repair, and the electrical's gonna be a little pricey as well.
So the problem with the electrical is we've tried to run it down to why does the emergency lights work sometimes and why they don't. We can't figure it out. So we're going to have to send it to a shop that does that and to diagnose that. And my guess is they're just going to rip them all out and want to put all new in.
All right. All right, and then how much do you think we'll be able to get at auction? Will it be junk or?
I don't.
You don't know yet?
I'm not that smart in vehicles. With the police could probably tell you what they normally get for used cruisers. I don't know what a used cruiser is going to bring, to be honest.
And it depends who shows up.
You know,
You're right.
for something that doesn't need the emergency lights on it, that's not a problem for them. It's the one side door is rusting pretty good, so that's going to have to be fixed.
Yeah. All right.
And what would you be looking to replace it with? The
The
vehicle and
The new vehicle is a special purpose commercial fleet Tahoe. So it's not like a Tahoe that you go and buy at a lot yourself. These are specifically made for public safety. They're on the state bid contract. Why is it special purpose? Is these are built knowing that they're going to be used as fire or police vehicles, and that there are certain things inside the cab that they don't need to put in them, like the center console. So if you buy a regular civilian-sized Tahoe and you're paying premium dollars for all the nice amenities that's inside that, we don't need those, and a lot of those come out. So a special purpose Tahoe, you're not getting that. So they deduct the price tag is we're going to buy our own center console to put all the radios and emergency light switches and stuff in there. So that comes without the stuff inside. It comes with different flooring that's more durable and cheaper. It comes with the seats are not like the leather seats that you'd have. No, it's not like that. It's more of a tough vinyl type seat for public safety use. It does have a heavier duty transmission in it. It has an extra battery in it and a heavy duty alternator in it to support the emergency lights. Again, using a civilian model vehicle with all the equipment we put on it, you'll run into having alternator problems and battery problems because it's just not built for that. So that's the difference between off the floor Tahoe versus one that's a special purpose commercial fleet Tahoe. And it's state bid contract price for 2025, actually. So we found one that's still on the lot. If they've not sold it since the time I got this and get approval to purchase it, it's actually a 2025. So it's a little bit lesser than what a 2026 would cost.
Yeah, I would imagine these vehicles, you have to keep a lot of equipment in it.
We do at the fire department, yes. So in the back, obviously you have the emergency lights that you're going to be standard on them. You're going to have the lettering that's on it. And then in the back of it, we'll purchase a cabinet that's made to hold all our gear that we carry on it, monitoring equipment. And then more than anything, because it's a command vehicle, it has all the components that we need to command a major incident.
Yep, so you have to have
Laptops and the cabinetry in the back and such to help with that.
And is there any equipment you can take off the current one to put on this vehicle, or they don't match, or?
We wouldn't be able to take it off the current one. Well, so the car that we're replacing doesn't have half the stuff in it anyway, because it was a hand-me-down police car. So that's what we're actually getting rid of.
Yep.
The current command car will become a secondary, so we wouldn't want to take the stuff out of it, because now it's not going to have what you really need in the back of it. So there's really no repurposing that would fit.
Were there any other types of vehicles that, similar to the Tahoe, that provide the same functionality?
There's none that are available as a special purpose vehicle. So we could go out there and we could find whatever vehicle you want, but it's going to be a civilian model vehicle.
So if it was a Ford Explorer or something?
Yeah, if it's going to be
seats and heated seats in it as a.
it's going to come just like you would buy. Yep.
You want a commercial grade vehicle, which is durable and.
It's durable, but like I said, it doesn't have the amenities in it. You know, when you look at the price tag of this, and it's like, why is it so much less than what you could go buy a Tahoe for? Because it doesn't have all the amenities of a Tahoe. It has the space of one. It has the durability of the frame of a Tahoe, but it doesn't have the leather seats and the heated steering wheel and the remote start and the sunroof. It's a commercial fleet vehicle.
So for the 96, that's everything all in, right? That's all added, all the equipment that you need, and
That is everything. That is
that's it,
decals. That's everything. The vehicle itself is the 54997. Yep.
And how often does the current command vehicle get used? Is it only used like on emergencies, or is it used basically every day?
It's used every day.
Okay.
And obviously the primary one's assigned to me, and I'm going on calls practically every day. So,
Okay.
and all major incidents.
questions?
No, I'm just making a mental note that I would imagine the predominant amount of the miles on the secondary one that we're replacing was by the police, because you only have 60 or something on your other one.
Absolutely, yeah. So if that would have been our original vehicle, we'd still get probably a lot more life out of it.
Right. So, I mean, this one's going to last quite some time.
You can look at, the last time we bought a command vehicle was the current one we got now, which is a 2015 model.
That's 11 years ago.
So, you're looking at 11 years for a primary command vehicle is a pretty good time span.
With 60,000 miles.
With 60,000 miles on it, yeah. I don't know how many idling hours is on it, but it's not going to be like a police cruiser.
Yeah.
And pardon me if I missed this, but so when you had the two in service, how often would the two of them be used?
So you have, if you have multiple calls, the second one could be used as a second command vehicle. If I'm dedicated somewhere else, it could be used for a primary command vehicle. When the primary command vehicle is getting oil changed or any other work done, it now fills in as a secondary command vehicle. So the answer to that question would be call determinant on where that's at. And then when, like I said, the primary vehicle is getting service for something, that gives opportunity to have another vehicle.
And what is this, the coming out of the fire apparatus CIP?
It's our fire apparatus CIP account.
Liz, any other questions?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Anybody want to make a motion? You got other thoughts, other discussion?
I'll make a motion that we expend $96,776 out of the capital reserve,
Yep, not to exceed.
not to exceed, out of the capital reserve apparatus account.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 So, 400.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
If there's
Good night.
anything else you need from us, let us know.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Thanks. All right. Next up, we got a review of the 2024 audit. Basically, really what it is, the audit, it's a 68-page document. You'll see the date on it was 1/29/2026. The town received this on January 30th, 2026. It includes an independent auditor's report, the management's discussion and analysis. Those are on pages 1 to 10. The basic financial statements, and there's notes to the basis financial statements. Those are on pages 11 to 46. Required supplementary information are on pages 47 to 53. Combining and individual fund schedules are on pages 54 to 59. The single audit section is pages 60 to 68. The single audit this year was due to the expenditure of federal monies totaling $844,663, which would have been the ARPA funds. We also have one in 2025 due to the Wilder Drive project, which I think that's just about finished if it isn't. Just some other quick notes that Craig had given me. The opinion on the financial statements is unmodified. The general fund unassigned fund balance is $2,813,916. That can be found on page 57. The general fund revenue excess of $379,664 is on page 54. The general fund unexpended apportions, $371,193. Those are on pages 55 to 56. I know, we're just kind of looking at this now. But I don't think there's anything real earth-shaking in here, but I know we wanted to get this out, so everybody could look at it, because I know a lot of people have been asking for it, because it was so late getting it this year.
Correct. Yeah. I do have a question though, because.
I'll try to answer it. But
All right, we might have to wait for Greg because we have federal monies in the 2025. Will it take this long to get the audit for next year?
I don't think we'll know till next year.
Okay. All right,
No, 'cause I
yeah,
mean,
just,
we're only
I
at
want
the
to get
beginning
that
of the
out
year.
there so that people understand that when the, federal grants are involved.
Yeah, there's a different layout
Yeah,
they have to look at a little bit more. But at least I'm glad it's finally done, so everybody can take a look at it. I'm gonna make it available. I'm sure this will be available. I don't know if I posted it yet, but it will get out there. But it's always nice to get through and with nothing major found. That's how I always look at that.
Doesn't look like there was anything major.
No,
any
No, it doesn't.
recommendations
It's pretty
either.
neutral.
it is, which is generally what we come back as.
Yeah.
Which is always a good thing.
The only note I see here is a consideration to review some cybersecurity policies. Other than that, from a financial perspective, everything was clean. So
Right, which is good, and I know cybersecurity, that's ongoing with everybody
Yeah,
all the
that's-
time.
Yeah, I don't.
That's like
didn't see
that's like the
anything.
world we live in now with the cybersecurity.
Yes.
So we'll get the audit posted
Yes,
to the webpage and for everyone's bedtime reading pleasure.
yeah, exactly. Just have a motion to accept it as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the 2024 audit from Wadzik and Sanderson.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
No.
No, pretty basic, which is good. This is the one
Yeah.
time you like things to come back like this, nice and level. All those in favor?
Aye.
Says 400. Thank you. And then one thing I wanted us to do, because just to make sure we're up to date, it's that time of the year to review the rules and procedures. I was sent out, if you've had a chance to kind of go through it, if there was anything. Last time we did this was April of last year. When I went through it, I really didn't see anything that I wanted to change. I don't know if anybody else spotted anything that they wanted to, but it's always a good idea to get this done once a year.
Yeah, and the RSA's all line up with what's in here.
Yes. And I think the only thing kind of take a quick look at is under section 2, the organization. Just to make sure we have all the boards covered under there, like the primary liaisons and the ad hoc reps. That might be the only thing if I didn't spot something that we should add. I think we pretty much got it because we have.
Yeah, looks like we have all the committees.
That's what I thought we did, but it's always good to have another set of eyes on it.
Yeah.
Looks complete to me.
Yeah. Is everybody good with that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is always something we can always revisit anytime we want as well. I know in the packet here, I think there was a signature in one of the folders that we can just put down to accept it. So we'll just sign that. And
Yep.
we'll be good. Then the other thing, just to kind of clean up, was the code of ethics. The last time we reviewed and updated this was back in 2019.
Wow, that's a long time.
That's what got me. I said, well, we're looking at this. Let's get them all done. So I don't know if anyone had a chance to really look at this. I mean, once again, when I looked at this, I thought everything still holds true today. But, you know, anything that sticks out or anything you might think you want to add. But this is one of those things too, we can always look at this again anytime we want. See anything there you wanted to change, or you still think we're all good with it?
I've read it through twice, once before,
Yeah.
pretty much here, and
You know, and as always, once we, agree to these, it'll be updated and, it'll be posted out there, out online.
All right.
So,
I signed in the signature folder.
okay, I forget if I did or I didn't, so.
Better check that, sir.
I will. You want it on there. So I guess, Audrey, if we can just update the dates on these for today's date?
Yep. Now, there's no signatures on this. Do we want to add a signature line, or we just want to make a motion to approve it with today's date?
Yeah, why don't we just make
I'll
a
make a motion to approve the Code of Ethics of
Second.
the Select Board.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And next up, we got to review some prior sealed minutes as part of our cleanup that we've been doing.
How are we doing with that?
We're getting there,
We're getting there.
Slow and steady.
you know, it's,
We only got 10 more years to go.
actually, I think, it's listed now.
We knocked a few
What year
out.
we up to now? This is 2019.
Wow. 4 down, 6 to go.
Yeah, we'll take them one at a time. So the first one we'll look at will be the one from August 26, 2019, session 2. I know August predates us. Whenever anybody's ready.
I'll make a motion to keep sealed the August 26, 2019, session 2.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That one's 400. Next up, we have September 3rd, 2019, session 1.
Make a motion to keep sealed session 1 from September 3rd, 2019.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we have September 3rd, 2019, session 2.
Make a motion to keep sealed the minutes from September 3rd, 2019, session 2.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
400. And we got the last one, November 25th, 2019.
Reason that has to be sealed.
Oh, I agree.
Make a motion to unseal the non-public minutes from November 25th, 2019.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. As we go through this, hopefully by the end of the next year, we'll be all caught up. Okay, so we got that. Going around, we have the consent agenda that we need to approve. On it, we had the accounts payable manifest for February 5th, 2026. The BOS draft minutes of 123, 126, and 131 of 2026. Let's see, Board of Selectmen rules of procedure, deed to burial lot number 572, 2 BTLA settlement recommendations, 2 all veterans tax credit applications, 1 veterans tax credit application, 1 elderly exemption application, 1 2025 abatement request, and 1 land use change tax bill. Someone wants to make a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept consent agenda.
I'll second.
Second by Liz. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
400. Let's see, obviously, we don't have a town manager's report tonight with Greg out. So that leaves us down to,
And I'm going to pass you guys a consent agenda, because it was not in the signature folder. I didn't notice it.
oh, okay. Give me a second to catch on. Sometimes you're slower than others. All right, Selectmen's reports. Liz, you had an eventful week.
It's behind me now. I want to thank everybody who came out to the school district deliberative session. It was a night full of twists and turns, but I think we need to just vote how we feel we need to vote and move on for the next school year, and thank you so much.
Jay?
I went to the town deliberative session and the school deliberative. Both were long marathons, but it was good to get out and hear people discuss. I know we meet with the other towns every year, but I think maybe there should be some consideration around moving the school deliberative to a different day or a weekend, or because a Thursday night, I didn't get home till, I don't know, almost 2:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It was a late night. So, and I'm sure, people have children, maybe we should consider adjusting our schedule or working with the school and the other towns to come up with another
I absolutely agree.
day potentially.
Yeah, the thing that gets
Absolutely
tough
agree.
with it is where all the towns have it on the Saturday, then you have to have a snow day. Whether a Sunday might make sense, I don't know, but that's up to really the school and the moderator.
Yeah.
And the difficulty with it is we have such a small window to have these sessions in.
Right.
So I don't know if maybe we can reach out to the state and see, we're part of a cooperative town, right?
Mhm.
Cooperative districts. Not all these towns are, and they can have both of their deliberative sessions probably within a day of each other. But maybe there's some special exemption we can get for having it a week early or something. Or maybe it's something we need to work with our state reps to maybe see if we can get some change facilitated.
Yep.
So
But
just my 2 cents on it.
with all that said, there was still a good turnout. There was close to 1,000.
It was over 1,000
It
people.
was over 1,000?
Yeah. It was about 1,200 people.
Yeah.
And it was busy.
Yeah.
but it moved along, and when we had the secret ballots, it moved, and I think Kevin Major did a great job getting people in and out of the room where the secret ballots were happening. And he did a great job moving people through the line to register to vote.
John?
Well, I went to town deliberative, but I was out of the country for the school deliberative and a couple other
Wish I was there
meetings.
with
Yeah.
You had a better time, I'm sure.
So I really don't have anything to report of the meetings that I didn't attend.
All right. Fair enough. Let's see what I had. Obviously, I was at the town deliberative. I was also at the school deliberative. Both long days, but that's the chance everybody has a chance to say what they want, which is a good thing. Did have a planning board meeting last week. There was also an old home day meeting. As always, volunteers to help out as they're trying to, put everything together. They are having in April, I believe it's April 18th on a Saturday, there will be, the Time Bandits are going to be playing up at the Fish and Game.
Correct?
So it's a good night to come out. That's a Saturday night to help support it. They'll use the money that they make that night to go towards help paying for things for Old Home Day. The Time Bandits were generous enough to donate that time.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I know they're going to try to also see if they can get some gift baskets too, to raffle off, things like that. So it should be a good time. I'm not positive on the time, but I think the door's probably open 6:30, somewhere around there. And they'll probably play from like 10 to 10:30. So, good time to come out and kind of support what's going on with the town to try to make that a good event, which is great. Obviously mentioned this week with Greg out with his surgery. I was at town hall today. I'll be at town hall tomorrow and Wednesday. If anybody needs to come in with any questions, not saying I can answer it, but at least I can try to figure it out and get back to you. Jay is going to do it on Thursday. There may be some moments where I have to step out because I do have dogs that have to go out. So, but we'll still be at town hall, so, we'll keep things going as best we can. One other thing, we did receive an email from the Southern New Hampshire Commerce. They were looking for a Plastow rep. They're having a meeting on March 25th. What they were trying to do is to get all the town managers to go. Greg's not able to make it that day. So my thought was if one of us can possibly make it, we don't have to say right now, but I'm sure one of us could probably get there. I believe it's on a Wednesday night. It's in Derry. And I think the starting time for that might have been 7 o'clock, but I can look up the email back on that. What they really want to do is kind of talk about some positive things going on, things in Plastow. And they'll meet in Derry, and the regards will be about economic development. So they want one of the town leaders. They wanted the town managers, if not one of us.
It might be good to have two of us there,
Possible.
if possible.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll reach out. I'll give a phone call, say we'll definitely have one, possibly two, just so they know.
Can we revisit it in like a couple weeks?
Sure. No, we don't have to commit right now. I mean, that's still 7-8 weeks away, something like that.
Yeah.
As long as we say who it is, I'll say I'm not sure who it's going to be.
All right.
But
If
at
I'm
least,
available, I'll plan to go.
okay.
It's a little far out though for me.
Yeah, it is. At least we can't say they didn't give us any notice.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did anybody have anything they wanted to bring up? Another business? No. We do have one non-public.
Okay.
After non-public, we wouldn't be coming back. So we'd be going into non-public under,
It's L. Right?
under what?
L?
No. We can talk about that. There's another one too.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do the L first.
Make a motion, or what's the other one for? We can start with that one.
That would be about, probably A, right? A, public employee.
All right, I'll make a motion to go into non-public under RSA 91A:3 2A, public employee.
I'll second.
And if you can just do a roll, please.
Oh, sorry. Chairman Bill Coy,
Yes.
Vice Chair Jay DeRoche,
Yes.
Selectman Jonathan Gifford,
Yes.
Selectwoman Elizabeth Costa,
Yes.
and Selectman Tyler Shorman.
Dismissed.
Yep, he's excused. All right, everyone have a good week. We won't be coming back after non-public. Enjoy the week. I know there's a little bit of snow, looks like coming in tomorrow, maybe
Be safe.
3 to 6, I think I just saw.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's wrong. Let's start giving some warm thoughts out there to April and May. But thanks, have a good night, everyone. Have a good week.